What's up, everybody? How you guys doing today? Hope you guys are ready for a little bit of Minecraft action, a little bit of mining, a little bit of crafting. You know how we do. Gasp! I know that voice. Hello, Ark. How you doing, dude? Hello, Deep Twitch Sunshine, 49er, Brutus, Theo, Coco, Omcar. Who did it? Bloody Mary! 32-month resub drop in a tier 2. Thank you so much, Bloody Mary, for the support. I appreciate you. Kazi, hello. Zero Skills, Firehawk, Bel Air, Becca, I see you. Asti, hello. Zyber Warrior. Yeah, we got some new transitions here. I can do this. And I can do this. It's very, very fancy, and I like it, and it works now. I tried getting it to work yesterday, but there was a problem. It kept going to black screens and things like that, but now it works. Extravagant B coming in with the 2-month resub. Welcome back, Extravagant B. Thank you so much for the 2 months. And Death Viper, 32-month resub. Welcome back, dude. Just need the kitty transition, so like have Max's face come up and disappear and then change. All right, so we're gonna work a little bit in creative mode to start with. I'm gonna show you guys my my world that I've been doing stuff in. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, so this is the world that I have been designing, like these little mushroom houses in, things like that. Nothing super fancy here, but then I was trying to figure out how I wanted to scale these things up, and like looking at this and trying to make this a bigger size. Like it's just kind of 3 on one side, the diagonal 3 on the other side. So I tried scaling that up, designing like the mushroom base that I just made, and I came up with this, and it seemed all right. I was actually gonna go with this, and then I tried designing a mushroom top for that, and I came up with this guy over here. This isn't the final one that we ended up on, but this was like the rough design that I came up with, and I was like, this looks cool, but like this just looks too man-made. It does not look organic at all. So I ended up coming up with this design. This is basically what we ended up with, I think, for the main base, but that's kind of like the design process that I went through coming up for this mushroom here. And I probably did this in a really bad way. Like, in order to make this, I set a brush in World Edit. Let me see if I can give an example. I think it's about this size right here. I think it was like a 5x5 or a 5 sphere, and I just started spamming it, and then like spamming it all over the place, and just making it bigger and bigger. And then I got like the smooth tool out, and I started smoothing it and trying to make it look better and things like that. And yeah, it took me a long time. Like I've never really used World Edit before, but you know, for a first attempt at something, I think it turned out all right. I guess if you spend enough time on something, like you can make it look like a thing. So yeah, that's how we came up with that. I was also trying, let's get over into spectator so we can move faster. There's a fill command which does like a half sphere. I tried doing a half sphere and then turning it upside down and then like kind of like rotating it a bit. I was thinking maybe we'd do a mushroom cap like that, but that just looked, again, not very organic. And I just ended up deciding against doing that. I think there was another one over here I kind of did as well. The other problem was when like you take that half sphere and you like rotate it and then like turn it a little bit, it had like these weird holes that kind of like poked through. I don't know. It like wasn't solid anymore. Anyway, so I decided against that as well. Mr. Nurse Ratchet coming in with a gifted sub. Thank you so much, Mr. Nurse Ratchet, for gifting a sub. Appreciate you, dude. Hmm. The red and white one looks great. Yeah, this is what we ended up with. This is what I built on the HermitCraft server. Yeah. Yeah, I spent a bunch of time on this. Like, more than I care to admit. Like, translating this from what I have here to the HermitCraft server took me, like, about 5 hours worth of placing blocks to make it exist. Not including the block gathering time and all of that. And then not including all of the designing time. So, like, I want to get better at world edit and trying to make things like this easier. I'm gonna have to find a process for that. Yeah, that's something I'm gonna be working on at some point. Jamie, thank you so much for resubscribing for 3 months. Welcome back. The brown one reminds you of the mushrooms from Mario. This one right here. Yeah, maybe. I guess most mushrooms that you see kind of have like just a straight up and down stem. But it just doesn't look right with that mushroom cap. Like that's just really straight. And then that is like not. That's more organic looking. Another thing that I noticed when I was over here, just kind of like derping around before the stream. This was the first mushroom house that I built on the server that has my bed in it. I realized as I was just kind of looking around that I had actually decorated this a little bit. And I have windows. And these are like little details that I forgot to put into the one on the server. I feel like we should go do that. Yeah, I feel like I should do that. The brown shroom reminds you of the Goombas. I can see that. I can see that. Just put a couple eyes on them. Yep. Did I decorate any of these other houses? I don't remember. I don't think I did. Oh, that's all plain inside. Yeah, I did utilize Light Matica. Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of tools that I've had to learn to use and try and get better. Pretty much everything up until this build has been like build and design in either a creative or a survival environment with no other tools. Like maybe looking online how to do like a Minecraft voxel circle or whatever. So yeah, there's a lot of learning that I'm having to do with this. But one thing that I want to do while we are in this creative world, let's come inside the mushroom here. I guess I'll poke that hole. What I wanted to do is try and figure out the floor design for in here. Now, originally, I was thinking that I was going to do like a solid floor. But after I started laying out a little bit of that, I decided, you know what? I would really like to have the openness of this mushroom, like being able to be seen on the different floors while we're in here. So I think we're going to do kind of like an open floor design. Is that what you call it? I'm not actually sure. So basically, what I'm thinking is bring this out so it's like next to the wall, but not like touching the wall. There's going to be like a little bit of air gap. And try and keep like a 1 block space for right now. I'm not sure if this is what we're going to go with for sure, but I want to have like a little bit of an airspace around like the different blocks. So something like this, maybe, whatever. And we're going to go all the way around the inside of this. So this is wrong. This doesn't be here. So basically, there needs to be at least a 2 high place for a player to be. And it needs to be 1 block away from the wall. So this is wrong. This needs to be out here. Right, so you could potentially fall down off this anywhere that this is. I'm thinking I'm going to do that. So we'll have that all the way around the edge. And then like in certain areas, like we'll probably... Well, I guess let me bring this over here a little bit. So like this will be up against the wall, for instance. Something like that, I guess. So this will be following along the contour over here. And like, say this is an actual thing. We'll probably expand this out a bit, like make a little floor area here. I'm not sure exactly how this is gonna work just yet. This is just kind of like the thought that I had when I was thinking about trying to get some kind of a floor design in here. So we'll have like actual floor space like this, and then this will be connected over to the next area, something like this. Will get this all lined up the way I want it eventually. So just bring this over, and this will be like the pathway over. So this will be like a much thinner area, I think. And then I'll connect over into like the main area here. Maybe it'll be chests and storage and stuff. and then we'll have like more paths going over to an area over there. And basically we'll try and keep like above the stem clear, I think. I don't know if I'm going to take the stem all the way up to the ceiling or not. But anyway, this is kind of what I was thinking about for like the flooring in here. I don't know if we're going to use the birch planks. That's just the first block that I grabbed. But I'm thinking something like that might end up being pretty cool. Do you guys have any opinions on that? Do you think I should do something different? Kind of wanted to do this with you guys a little bit on stream so I could get some feedback. Yeah, I'm thinking probably the first step is to go around the edge like this, like I was talking about. So there's like the air gaps or whatever. So we can kind of see what the walkway is and then like fill in areas that we can actually do stuff with. Right? Something like that, I guess. It does not look to have that much room, to be honest. Well, we need more room. We need to make a bigger mushroom. Flooring be different heights because maybe the shroom isn't level. See, that was another thing that I was trying to do. So like the floor could be lower down here. And I did like a straight floor. And then like the floor is higher over here and I did a straight floor. And then I tried like connecting those in some way and it was just weird. But I guess like with these walkways and paths like this, like I guess we could have stairs or like have these kind of come down a little bit. Like that's definitely a possibility. So we can do like the level differences on like these paths and stuff as we walk around to the different heights. So that's definitely something that we could do. Glass would be really cool and make it feel open. Well, I think, I'm not entirely sure, but I think I want the floor to be open. I would like to see the texture, I'm pretty sure, down here. I'm not sure I want this all filled in with stuff. The path seems to overtake all the organic joy of the mushroom. Well, how would you build something in here then? See, this is what I'm trying to figure out. Like, I want to use this as a base. I want to have storage and things like that. Wood is optional. We could use moss blocks. We could use, I don't know. I guess we could use mushroom blocks or red concrete or... The problem is there's like no stairs and slabs of either of these blocks. So I think we have to use some other type, right? Nether brick, like the red nether brick, that's an option. These have stairs and slabs, so those are potential. It's a little dark. Then there's a regular nether brick, which is even darker, I think, right? This. Between the two, I think I'd probably go with those if we were going to do those. There's also, yeah, the crimson wood. That's right. This is a little too purple, I think. But it is another option. It is another option. You can imagine a tree house, but mushroom style. Do a mix different red so that you can incorporate the stairs and slabs and the red nether brick. Let's do this. So it'll give us kind of a little bit of an idea over here. What block is this? This is birch slab type bottom. So you want to do red, nether brick slab type bottom. Well, okay. I can't undo that, so I just screwed that up. I should have done replace air. Does the undo doesn't work? Yeah, that's not. So we'll replace that with air. I screwed that up. What I should have done was when I did the replace, told it to replace only air. Anyway, let's fill this out just a little bit. We'll do that command again with some red nether brick here. Or not replace air, replace the birch slabs. So I'm thinking maybe something like that. Let's try this again. We want replace birch slab type bottom. Boom. Okay. Well, that doesn't really give us a whole lot more to go with here, but that would be what it'd be looking like a little bit. I'm not really sure if that's what we want to do. Pink terracotta. Which one's the pink? This stuff? That would have been a block that I could have mixed in, I guess. That was one that I didn't even consider. Mom, Hypno's cheating again. What about white quartz slabs? Okay, I can see that. What other types? There's diorite slabs, the polished. We have the quartz slab, the smooth quartz. And then, can you have floaty snow layers? Probably not, huh? Yeah, I don't think you can. So those are our two options, or I guess 4 options. So I would say probably this one. This one's got that line on it. Or maybe this one, because this one also has a line on it. So it'd probably be between those two. And what about just the mushroom stem? So there's that. Oh, actually, those two textures aren't that dissimilar. I mean, they're obviously not the same, but this is like a lighter version of this texture almost. All right, so we have those two. What else do we have as far as blocks go? Can we do snow? Is that a thing? I haven't even looked at this. This is probably too blue. That's definitely more white. It's weird how it turns this slab darker. Oh, that also darkens the stem too. Or the slab. Yeah, I would say probably those two we could do something with. Calcite bone block. Okay, okay. Calcite. I think that's a little too harsh. Bone block. I mean, it's not bad. Let me move this. Can I get the light closer? Yeah, the bone block actually isn't bad, except it's got that stupid texture thing going on the ends. I wish I could have a smooth bone block where it's just this texture on all 6 sides. What else do we have? Smooth sandstone. I'm not sure I want to introduce yellow. That just seems, I mean, that is kind of close to the birch wood, I guess, if we were going to go with the birch. Like, I guess that could be an option, but I think we are still between, like, these 3 blocks here. Or I guess it'd just be those 2. Regular diorite. Well, we looked at diorite a little bit, and it was a little too, It just got too much noise in it. I think that's just too harsh. I don't think that would be something that I would go with. Okay, so let's say that we swap out this stuff with the quartz. I need to go through and like do that. So let's select from here to which direction is this? This is going to positive X. Let's do to this one. Positive X, so I bring this to like, I don't know, 62, something like that. Okay, so we want to do smooth quartz slab type bottom. Replace birch slab type bottom. So that should do some of them, and then we want to also replace the nether brick slab. No blocks are filled. Smooth quartz type bottom, replace nether brick slab. Oh, red. Of course. There we go. Doot, doot, doot. OMG flying hacksaw? Yes, I'm haxing right now. I'm missing a block. Fixed. Okay, so we have the bottom slabs everywhere, and this is all fine. When we do stairs, we can throw these guys in. So like if we're doing a staircase down or whatever, we can have that guy, and then we can do this and then this, and well, I guess that would be nowhere. Now working with mushroom blocks sucks because of this reason right here. It's like you have to place another block and then place the mushroom block and then break the other block. Otherwise you get that weird texture thing. So we could do something like that and use these as like partial stairs down or something. Or we could just try and make it all out of this stuff and then throw these slabs in to like smooth it out a bit more. That might be... I'm not sure how to do that. You like the idea of stairs to different levels. Hanging area, winding around, mushroom, there's a flat partial floor. I mean, that's another possibility. I haven't actually considered how to get up to another level. What I was kind of working out was like how we're going to do this floor. But yeah, that would make sense to have like stairs going up to the next level. And then like we can kind of wrap around here. Maybe this goes down to this level and to the stem. So that's definitely a possibility. Quartz stairs could work. I mean, yeah, they could, but I would rather have like differentiating textures than having the same texture over and over again. I'm not sure. I'm not really... I would rather have like a mixture of more than one texture here than like the same material. And I don't know what else would go with the quartz. Like we could do these things and just kind of mix them together, but then we're dealing with that border, aren't we? I mean, I guess it'd be fine, like, depending. You meant mix in the quartz stairs, not just straight quartz stairs? I got you. Scorpion, thank you so much for the 4-month resub, dude. Welcome back. Appreciate you. Throwing chains hanging from the ceiling next floor level. That makes sense too. Yep, that's definitely a thing we could do. So these aren't floaty platforms, they're actually being suspended by the inside. I like it. So like, well, not that, obviously. So we could have like these platforms being somewhat suspended, and I guess I would have to be a full block here. However we do that. I guess we could also just do the smooth quartz slab like that. Alternatively, we can use end rods for the same effect and they would provide light. Chains seem like they're a little dark. I don't know. There's also the copper lightning rods. I think those do the same thing. I've never tried using these, but they're like the same block. Oh, interesting. Interesting. That might actually look better. That I'm not sure about. The chains look alright. I think the chains just feel a little dark. I'm not entirely sure. You like the end rods? At least they give off particles. Go with the spore idea. Gregor, thank you so much for the 38-month resub. Welcome back, dude. Crimson vines are a decoration that we can worry about later. What I'm more concerned about... Oh, you're talking about crimson vines for, like, holding the platforms? I'm not so sure about that. We can try it. I'm not sure about it, but we can try it. It's not called crimson vine. They're twisting? No. Warped? Vine? What are they called? Weeping. Are these the ones that go from the ceiling? So you're talking about these? Linus Tech Tips. Okay, so problem is that doesn't actually connect. Miss Dev says, hi, Hypno. Sorry, late to stream. Oh, that's fine. Mods, go ahead and add that to Miss Dev's permanent record. Thank you. Yeah, no big deal, Miss Dev. Mods, make sure you add that. The tardy list. Oratan says, what's this built for? This is going to be in my base, my storage room, things like that. Yeah, I don't think these weeping vines are really going to be good for what I want. They'll be fine for like decoration later, just having other foliage inside, I guess. But yeah, this isn't what I'm going for like holding up these platforms. I guess I'm kind of like torn between end rods and chains. So we can try both. Just kind of like have them both here and we can decide later what we like. So we'll do that. And maybe over here. Do a block like that, and we'll put a chain here just as like another option so we can see them, which one we like better. Maybe end rods for the inside and chains for like the outside, because these platforms are going to have 2 different supports, not just the one. So like however big this thing is, and we'll have like another block. Then we got the chains coming out like this. And then maybe end rods on the inside. I'm not sure if that makes sense or if they both should be chains. The end rods look more organic and fit better. Yeah, there's definitely going to be a little bit of tinkering here to figure out how I want to do this for sure. But at least I got some ideas going on. Now, another question, the spore blossom, I'm going to have these in here, but I don't know, like, if I have one up here, like, how far away do those particles affect? Do I have to have on different levels? Like, am I too far? Okay, it looks like the particles are no longer particling, so I'm going to need, like, different levels of these. So I'll probably throw those, like, underneath these platforms around the edges. Something like that, so we can keep our particles going all throughout the mushroom. Okay. 16 to a 20 block radius. Glow shroom vines could be holding a walkway up. You're talking about the glowberry bushes? Well, I have used those in some places here. I don't know if those are actually going to look like they're attaching to anything or not. We could try them though. Oops, it's gotta be... It's probably gonna end up looking like the weeping vine. Well, actually, that kind of comes down to the block. And what if we swap that out for a moss block or something? Give it like a little bit more green. There might be something there. There might be something there. And that way, if we are using those, we can run around the base, be like, oh, I'm hungry, and like pick those. There might be something to that. And then we can take these slabs if we're doing that and just kind of like wrap that around, I guess. I don't want to go too big on like these walkway designs, but at the same time, I want them to look all right. Let's just swap this one out for the same thing. Just kind of give it a larger sample size. So if I were gonna wrap these blocks around, we would have this like that. Like a so. We have the 3 wide walkway, which is actually turning into a 5 wide walkway. Would I want solid blocks here? This is kind of taken away from what I was going for, but at the same time, I'm not sure. Use stairs around the moss block? Yeah, that's a possibility. It might just be that we're using the bottom side slab here, and that's what's kind of throwing me off a little bit. What do we have for stairs? We have regular quartz stair, smooth quartz stair. Let me through. Let me through. Ah, I fall. So if we did that, that's a 2 wide walkway here now. So this would narrow up a bit. I think we get rid of that. Should I do... Actually, you know what I think? I was gonna say, should I do like stairs like this? That kind of makes this look a little odd, but at the same time, it kind of gives it an interesting pattern. So that makes it so you can see over the edge. This isn't as intrusive anymore. Thing is, though, like when we go around these curves and stuff, I'm not sure how that's going to work. It does look too uniform. You are not wrong. It's also looking like something else, I guess, but it's just an idea. We're just trying things. So, just put them out one more block as more space on the path. Yeah, this isn't really what I'm going for. This is getting like almost a little too modern looking. I really would like to do something more organic and nature-ish as opposed to what we're doing here. I think more like woods, grass colors, mossy colors, things like that would probably do us better. Yeah, birch slabs is what I originally had in here. I really feel like as clean as the white looks, I think this is a bad idea. Now that I've seen it and we've worked with it a little bit, I don't think this is what I want to go for. The only problem with the moss blocks, the only problem is there's no like slabs for them. So I guess we could do like, oh, you know what? Mossy cobble. Okay, hold on. So block palette. What else do we got in here? I guess there's also the mossy stone brick. I feel like that might be too clean though. There's these guys, but if I use that, then I'm probably gonna want to use the regular stone brick, and I feel like that's just a little too clean. I know you went birch, but what about oak? I mean, it's gonna be around the same thing. It's just a slight difference in color. dead coral? What, like with this one? Maybe this one. The dead tube coral? Coral! Let's actually lay these down so we can see them. Is that what we're talking about? This one? Again, there's like no slab and stairs. What, this one? Then there's also grass that we can use. What about... Oh, you know what? We can do this path. Oh, I don't know if this is going to work or not. There's that. There's dirt. Oh, not hoe. I needed a shovel. Coarse dirt. So these are kind of like what I'd prefer to use, I guess. Something that's a little bit more organic as opposed to quartz. Rooted dirt, maybe? Isn't this like a real pain to get? I mean, it's a new block and everything, but I'm not sure if I want to use that. Yeah, end stone is nothing with the colors that I want to do. That's way too yellow. I don't think I want to do rooted dirt. I think that's out. I like the original 3 blocks here. And variations of grass would include path, dirt, and then I guess coarse dirt as well, but path and dirt. Oh, what's that coarse dirt? Well, I guess we'd have to use coarse dirt unless we wanted the grass to spread to it. I think what you're looking for, you need something like Pearl's Parkour Ravine. I'm trying to remember what her ravine looked like. I know it had a lot of drip leaf in it. And a lot of water. Yeah, that's gems. Gems, not... I was reading what they said. They said pearl. It was gem. Yep. It's fun watching my creative process. I'm glad you're enjoying it. To me, this is like very stressful. I literally have no idea what I'm doing. Stripped oak? Are we going to add in another type of texture into this? Add tough. Let's just add. Okay, everybody choose your favorite block and we'll just add that. I'm thinking we need to narrow it down to like... As cool as that is, I think we should probably narrow it down to like something smaller than that. Tinted glass obsidian purpur raw iron block. Tough would work well. Let's take a look at this real quick. I think tough's pretty tough to get. Does that work well though? I'm not so sure about that. Wax lightly weathered cut copper stairs. There's no lightly weathered. You lied to me. There's wax cut copper stairs, wax exposed cut copper stairs, wax weathered cut copper stairs, wax oxidized cut copper stairs. Those are really long names and they're hard to say when you're saying all 4 of them. Exposed. Boop. I don't know about that. Well, you can only do out of the cut copper. You can only make stairs out of that. You can't do stairs out of the other. Is there only 2 types of copper blocks? There's a block of copper and then there's the cut copper. Really? I thought there was more variants than that. I mean, there's the weathered variations. I'm talking about like the different block types. I thought there was more than just 2. What is this? Block of copper, wax copper. So there's just the cut and the regular copper? What the heck? No, I agree. The copper block does not fit in there. Emperor requesting a free sub. I actually saw it this time. Last time somebody did that, I didn't see it until after the stream. Let me... Oh, whoop. Where is it? Emperor. Gift a sub. Do it. Do it. It takes a minute. There it is. Thank you for requesting the free gifted sub, Emperor. Enjoy. So you think the copper is too orangey? Yeah, I agree. I don't think copper is going to go with this at all. Now, here's the question though. Say we do this. This block doesn't have any slabs or stairs either, does it? Mossy. Oh, it does. Okay, so we have that. And it even has walls too. That's not bad. So there's a lot of different variations that we can do with this. So then we have that, this, and this. And then unfortunately the moss block only has the moss block. There's the carpet, but I mean, I guess we can throw that on top of like some of these other blocks for like some variations, but that's like... Oh, I didn't put down the cobblestone wall. Emperor with 100 bits. Oh, best block for a floor for you is ME controllers with P2P tunnels on them. Add hypnotized heads to the pellet. The tough does go well with the mossy stuff, but you don't think there's slabs or stairs with it? I don't think there are either. Now, is stone what I really want to use in here? That's another thing. I really wanted to go with the moss. This goes with the moss, and then that goes with this. So now we're kind of like breaking away from the organics, going more into like stones. This is difficult, guys. Should we just like scrap the stone portion and go with woods? The biggest problem that we have right now is we need blocks that go with it that have slabs and stairs. That's like the holdup. Mossy slab bridge with mossy wall beams and berry vines as support. Try the woods. I guess if we were gonna do this, we'd have to figure out which color wood we'd want to go with. Maybe. Then there's this and this, which I did not grab. I think those... Did I miss one? I didn't grab birch. So those are the different plank options. I'm feeling like these darker woods kind of go with the mossy better than the lighter color woods. Barachuk coming in with a 3-month resub. Welcome back. Thank you for the 3 months. Okay, so let's eliminate birch. We're gonna eliminate, I think the acacia is too much. Jungle. That's jungle, right? We'll get rid of jungle. I feel like oak might work, but it's a little too light. I'm still feeling these. And I think those two just don't match in color. Maybe spruce is what we want. I think the spruce probably is better than the dark. I'm gonna get rid of these guys. I don't think we're gonna do stone. I think we're gonna do woods and moss. So if we're gonna do spruce, we have the option of this, we have the option of this, we have the option of like the trapdoors, the pressure plates, the fences, the slabs. Like this gives us a whole lot of stuff. And the slab, yeah, I'm missing the slab. And then on top of that, we also have buttons too, if we want to do buttons. If we want to get real fancy. Okay, so we have that. How will we translate all of this stuff into something that's going to work as a pathway? That's like... Maybe we could do wood for the walkways between the platforms where like our main area is. And on the platforms where our main area is, we'll have the moss, and we can do variations between moss and moss carpet. So like the moss carpet to give us like height differences and stuff like that. So like this over here, this would be all moss. From there to here, moss block, replace quartz, smooth quartz slab. And it would probably have some kind of a border, I would imagine, so it's not just moss all the way up to this. Something like that, maybe. And then we'd have the carpets to like give us a little bit of variations. And then also with these carpets, however we place these, just gonna spam some real quick. However we end up doing that, we can also put like glowstone or shroom lights underneath them for lighting. So then we have hidden lighting. We have our organics. We could throw in, I guess, like if we wanted to, some trap doors on top. I'm not sure if we're going to do this. I'm just going to throw down some blocks and see what looks. See how it looks. We could actually throw in some stairs too. If we wanted some different... I keep doing that. We could do that. I'm not so sure I like that. What else we got here? We have the pressure plates. I don't know if I want to have like clickety clicks as I walk. Oh, you know what? We also forgot the spruce fence gates, huh? There's the fences and the fence gates. We can have... Dude, here we go. I figured it out. Spruce boats everywhere. This is our floor. We did it. Boom. I love it. I love it. This is what I'm building. Okay, let's get rid of that. I'm not really feeling these spruce other blocks. But I do want like some different blocks in here. Can we just mix grass? Is that a thing? So we can throw some grass in there for some texture differences, which is cool. I like that. Now this is gonna vary based on the biome. To me, this color looks... What color? What biome is this? This is plains. Huh. I guess next to all this moss, that looked more like a Extreme Hills color, but I guess not. Glow lichen? Oh, you know what? Lichen would probably be cool. I don't want to go too crazy with this, but we can throw some down every now and then. That's not bad. How would flowering azalea leaves look? I feel like they would need a block. There would need to be a block underneath it so you don't see through it. Would that be where we could put some shroom lights? I got them on my bar. That doesn't actually look so bad. Like the color, the leaf color and the moss is pretty similar. Like maybe it doesn't have to be the flowering. We could do the regular ones. But that would give us various varying textures as well. Add dirt too. It'd probably want to be coarse dirt. Because if I'm going to be mixing in grass, I don't want grass to spread to it. All right, I like what we got going on here. This is definitely something... It's a nice palette of different blocks and textures that I think will work well. I think given all of this, I actually have something to start from now, which I didn't have before. Because before I was just going to do like a whole bunch of birch and that would have looked awful. This actually looks pretty good. Sea lanterns might fit the green better, maybe, but sea lanterns are, I feel like they're more of like a light block that you would use in a modern style build. Whereas even though this is like a different color, it's got like stuff going on. It looks more organic. So I would even be more inclined to use jack-o'-lanterns as opposed to sea lanterns. Yeah, I don't know. Azalea saplings as floor blocks? Well, I mean, what we could do is like replace everything that we have here with dirt and then bone meal moss block and just have it like do its thing and just use the natural moss block formations that you get when you bone meal it. Like we could try that. I would actually be up for that. Let's try this. So fill from there to here. Dirt. Let's go up one, fill with air. All right, so then we need one moss block. And bone meal. So we could literally just do this, which would be like the easiest way to get this done. And it produces a whole bunch of like stuff for us with very little efforts, right? I'm probably gonna want to get rid of the tall grass and the too high grass. And we'll probably clear out some of this stuff. Like, that's far too many of these saplings. But, like, that gives us the carpet. It gives us the moss. I think the too high tall grass we'll get rid of. And then we'll definitely thin out some of these azalea bushes, but that's not bad. I mean, that's free terraforming in Minecraft, essentially. Just add bone meal. Louis, 27-month resub. Welcome back, dude. Yeah, just add lights. Exactly. I'll give you some rooted dirt if you bone meal some of the bushes before you get rid of them. Yeah, but then I gotta cut down the trees. Can you add lights underneath the bushes? Do these float? They don't float. And this won't plant on them, so no. Using path? Yeah, like, I guess with how these platforms are going to be set up, this path would probably change to meet up somewhere. That makes sense. And then we could swap out maybe some of the moss in the center here, where the normal path would go with dirt or grass, and then turn it into actual path blocks. That's definitely an option. There's just too much stuff there. I like what it's doing, but I think it needs to be thinned out. Like maybe half as much of this tall grass. I think that needs to be thinned out a bit. Definitely these azaleas need to be thinned out a bit. I like how much carpet's here. There's enough like variation there where that feels pretty good. But like this stuff, too much, too much. Plant red mushrooms in the grass? Yeah, I guess we could also do that. We have these guys. Yep, those could be... We could also put them in pots, like flower pots. A lot of decorative ideas with that as well. There's also the end rod mushroom block like I did. So we have those. We could also change that up a bit too. Do that way. We could use the red wool. That would be another option. So there's a few different options like that we could do. Why is the end rod floating? It's on moss carpet. Otherwise it'd be, oops, it'd be right like that. Ben, you really like my choice of time-lapse music in the latest video? Glad you liked it, dude. Yeah, I've kind of stopped caring as much about what music that I use in my time-lapse videos. I've just been going to the Monster Cat website and just choosing like one of the newest released songs that just sounds good. Like, I'm not trying to find music that fits the time-lapse anymore. I'm trying to find music that just sounds good and then adjust the time-lapse so like it kind of goes with it a bit. At the platform areas where you'll be putting your storage and such, then see how it looks with chests and barrels laid out. That's not a bad idea. This is kind of like the big area on this side. So maybe we could have like a wrapping around storage area too. The biggest problem that I see with that is chests are like very straight, right? So normally if I'm going to do a storage design, it's going to be something like this. So I kind of feel like we might want to do something different. Like maybe having little sections like that kind of strewn about is fine. But like, for instance, if this was coming over here and we're on like a bit of a curve, like how do I do that? I think, so like if the storage area comes from over here to over there, around this corner, we'd have to do something here, and maybe we would utilize something like barrels. We could do something like that. And then have like shulker box storage in those. Throw in a bunch of shulker boxes in here or whatever. I'm not really sure. I feel like that's pretty boring. Like there should be more to that. Maybe thicken the mushroom walls and bury the storage into the side of the mushroom. Maybe they could be hanging from the ceiling. I mean, what other storage options do we have? There's barrels, there's chests. What else is there? Is there a storage tab? I don't actually know. Building blocks, save hot bars, brewing, combat tools. Where do you even find? Is that on miscellaneous? Where do you find storage in this decoration? Mine carts with chests, I don't feel like would really go with what we're doing here. I don't think that's what we want to do. It'd be a unique storage option for like another base, but I don't think that's what I want to do here. Like, this isn't a dwarven fortress or something where there's like anvils and mine carts and mining stuff happening. This is like, I don't know, an organic style base with like more organic stuff in it. Yeah, no problem, Inspector Graves. Like, throwing out ideas is not a bad idea. I'm just letting you know why I would not do that here. Honestly, you need gnomes, not dwarves. Well, ideally, I'd be bringing in my blue coat. Oh, I don't have them here. I was going to show you. I'd bring in my blue coat villagers and have them wander about. I'll be right back. 1 second. You still think building a mini mushroom out of red and white shulkers? Yeah, the biggest problem is there just really isn't a lot of storage options. Like we have barrels and we have chests and we have shulker boxes. And that's about it, right? So we have chests, we have barrels and shulkers. So yeah, we could do like shulker mushrooms, but like that's more of a decorative, like, huh, that's interesting kind of a thing, as opposed to like being very functional. Droppers, dispensers, hoppers. Yeah, those options are like available, but none of those look particularly interesting though, do they? You love the colored shulkers and a mushroom style thing? Like, I mean, I guess I could throw in, like, how many chests do I need? How many chests do I actually need? Like, if we're doing, well, you can't put shulkers in a shulker. So I would need a lot of these. If we had chests with shulkers in them, I could put a lot of stuff inside a chest. I don't think this is gonna work. If I was able to put shulkers in here, that could be a thing. We could scatter these around. It doesn't work that way. And this probably looks stupid with a chest on it. Yeah, that looks pretty dumb. Why don't you build something underground like the roots and make that a storage room? What do you think? That's actually not a bad idea. So like down at the bottom of the stem, like on the HermitCraft server, we have that drop shaft that goes all the way down to the void. That's not a bad idea. Do I want my storage room all the way down there? I'm not entirely sure. I kind of feel like I want to utilize the space that I made. What's wrong with barrels? They seem to fit well there. I mean, I can scatter barrels around, but they just look like a bunch of scattered barrels. They don't look like they're anything in particular, right? I don't know. I kind of feel like barrels would work. There's nothing wrong with barrels, but I'd want to build them into something, or like build something around them, I guess, if I was going to actually use these. This is dumb. Let's get rid of that. Barrels to be support structure. Just build them into the walls. So you're talking like if I was to do this. Something like that. I mean, that could work. The problem is this mushroom is 1 block thick everywhere, right? And I don't want to like flatten the wall. I want to kind of keep the shape that it is. Barrels as a pathway in the moss, in the middle of the moss and dirt. Well, we could try that. So like as you're walking along, the only thing I see with this is it'd be like a little difficult to try and like remember which barrel has what without having to open every single one of them. I'm thinking we're not going to use chests. I think I am at the point now where I've decided against chests. This can be fine. This can be fine. Like, I guess we could throw some more of those in the floor in front of like where these barrels are. Like if we do something like that. Upside down barrels in the moss. What's the, does the bottom texture have a different texture? I guess it does. It looks like a plink. I'm not so sure about that. Does the bottom texture not change? I guess it doesn't. I guess it can only be upside down, not upside down facing a different direction. Yeah, there's a lot of different options here that we can play with. This is going to require me to spend a bunch of time. Like, it's already taken what feels like a bunch of time. We've been at this for about an hour now, a little over an hour. It feels like it's going to take me probably 10 times as long to come up with something. To come up with something I'm actually gonna want. We have that going along there. This would be all the moss as well. A lot of ideas, though. A lot of ideas. I like it. Do the barrels in the corners... Did the mushroom just spread? Do the barrels in the corners too, they aren't on a flat wall. So you're talking about these guys like this? Yeah, I'm not really feeling them like this. Not feeling them. I mean, I guess we could have some storage here and we could have some storage here. And then if we do that, then I feel like we'd want something in the center right here. Like we literally could do that. Yeah, they are more interesting in the corners like that. I definitely agree. I'm not sure if I'd want to do that. But then we got that exposed block here, which is going to drive me crazy. I guess we could do that instead. Something like that. Barrel support post. What? Excuse me about that. Do these? And that would actually look like it connects there. That's fine, I guess. This looks like that's too much. You can access those just fine. Then we'd do the same thing over here, I guess. We'd have to finish that out a little bit more. They look great. It'd be a nightmare to find your stuff, though. Okay, well, I mean, that's what item frames are for. Right? So maybe put the item frames on like surfaces you don't plan on clicking on, maybe. I don't know, like... I don't know if it's really going to be that bad to find stuff. Like, obviously, if you have straight rows of chests with an item frame that shows the image of every single thing on it, like, it'd make more sense. But with something like this, I feel like you're going to compress things down. So, like, you have your organic stuff in one chest, and inside that organic chest, you have a bunch of shulker boxes that have, like, everything separated. I don't know. I am MX with a Prime Gaming sub. Resubbing for 7 months. Welcome back. Adding things, shulkers in the barrels. That's what I just said, I think. Right? They blend nicely. Not a lot of storage though. I mean, it's the storage of one. That's basically an ender chest, right? Like you can fit 27 shulker boxes of stuff in each one of these. I don't think it's going to be that limiting, to be honest. The problem with labeling the barrel in an anvil is you can't tell what's in that barrel or what the label is without right-clicking on it anyway. So it doesn't really help. If there was a way, if you named it an anvil and like you looked at it and put up like some kind of a name tag so you could see what it was just by looking at it, that would make sense. But naming them in an anvil, I don't think is really that useful as far as finding stuff. You like that I'm not forcing myself into automated bulk storage and trying to keep organic of sorts? Yeah, I'm trying something a little bit different. We're going for something different this season, that's for sure. This, I'm not liking this. Like, I like it, but I feel like my placement of these barrels is not particularly great. Maybe just too many. Maybe that's better. I think that's better. Okay, so what would we have in the center here? I guess something in the center would be like furnaces. Or would we have furnaces in a different area? Maybe like kind of hidden out of the way. We could have furnaces down below. So like somebody was talking about down here in the stem, like underneath. We got the furnaces down there. That would probably be all right. I don't think I want to introduce too much stone and like metal stuff up here. I think I want to keep it more organic looking. Do donkey llama storage? Well, I believe llama storage is not very unique. Somebody else on the server is already doing that in a sense. I don't really want a bunch of donkeys. As cool as that is, or as funny as that is, trying to find your stuff, trying to find the right donkey that's got your stuff, and then they don't have very large storage ideas or large amount of storage possibilities. Like, it's interesting. Am I doing a full wall floor there or making walkways? Full floor, not wall. So the idea is that this is going to be coming out, I don't know, somewhere around here. We're just going to kind of like do something with the shape. It's not going to be a straight line. It's going to be kind of following the curvature of the mushroom a little bit. And then like this will probably come back over this way and end, however we connect this up, something like this. This is the preliminary idea. So like this is an area of the base that we can work in. We got something, and then we'll have walkways that connect. However, the walkway is going to be set up. Maybe go downstairs, and then there'll be another floor area here. But like we're going to keep the center open so like you can see up and see the other walkways and so on and so forth. That's the idea right now. So like we're messing around with different ideas over here for a walkway. I don't think we're going to do this. This is just too clean, too modern looking. We're going to be going more with like the moss, maybe adding some wood in for the pathways, things along those lines. Yeah. What about a window to fly in and out of? That is something that will be added. When it's going to be added and where it's going to be added, I think that's probably going to depend on the layout of the floors and stuff that we decide on for this. Would green terracotta work well with the floor? That's something I haven't looked at. There's green and there's lime. Maybe the lime? I mean, they both kind of go, but I think the lime is less. I think that goes a lot better than this one. Melon blocks. Hey, there we go. Now you're using your melon. You can't turn these on their sides, can you? They're like always that same direction. That's unfortunate. That's too much of a neon. Too much yellow. Yeah, that's too much yellow. Like, I guess if we threw some melons around, like, we could have these kind of stacked up some way, whatever. I guess we could also have some pumpkins stacked up. I don't know. This will be like future decoration, but that's not like what we're gonna be building out of for sure. Pebbles, thank you so much for resubscribing for 2 months. Welcome back. And Anon, thank you for gifting 5 subs. Do wet sponges have enough green in them? Man, that'd be a crazy building material. I think that's too yellow as well. Can you imagine trying to collect that much sponge that you're gonna build a floor out of them? New block idea, stripped melons? Get on it, Mo Yang, what are you doing? Melon columns? That's interesting. If you put vines on them, that might change the texture enough to be like a thing. Let me fly. I don't think it's something I'm going to use, but it's interesting. Sponges as building blocks, how boogie? Yeah, right now we're not trying to go too much with like the decoration aspect as opposed to like getting the building materials and like the design. Like adding in these other blocks like this or something that we can do as a decoration step later on, like once we kind of get to that point. Oops. I feel like we're on the right track here with these moss blocks, the moss carpet, the azaleas, maybe throwing in some mushroom stuff here and there. These guys for extra light, the pumpkins and or shroom lights underneath. And I also, we left out the azalea leaves. We were using those, weren't we? We had the azalea leaves mixed in there as well. I think this is going to be really nice when we get this all sorted. I'm not so sure about this. It was a good idea, but I think adding in paths through here makes more sense. And then the storage up here is fine. I'm already liking this. I almost feel like I'm in the base. I almost feel like I'm already in the base. This center storage, I'm not so sure about. And then what we're going to put here on the wall, I'm not so sure about. I guess this could be like where we fly in and out. Somebody was mentioning that we could do powdered snow here to fly in and out of. I haven't actually messed with powdered snow enough to even know if it's a thing that you can do. Let's just give this a whirl. Sure enough. So we could swap out one of those spots. Oop, I'm gonna kill myself. We could swap out these spots for powdered snow. That would work. Let's see here. Given Cougar coming in with a 25-month resub. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's cool that you can fly in and out and not have a hole in the side. You know what? Another thing is, I'm curious, do these snow, the powdered snow, will mobs like not pathfind through them? Do mobs see that as a solid block they can't pathfind through? And does light melt powdered snow? These are things that I don't know. I want to do a little test here. Good enough. Well, they walk right through it. But the thing is, whoop, get out of that guy. You're gonna freeze. If I do this, like, guys, is he pathfinder? Okay. If this was too high, did the zombie know that I can pathfind out of there? Is the question. Like, does it see me? It does. So mobs, if they're tracking you, will just walk right through and not even care. No, my powdered snow, you jerk. That's crazy. All right, let's get rid of this guy. Was I in this one? I was in this one. I have no idea where I flew out of this mushroom from. Right here. Yeah, and the powdered snow actually doesn't look bad. It really just kind of matches. I guess we could just swap out the white spots for the powdered snow. Well, we'd probably want to do that in a couple of specific locations, not every single one. The other thing is, though, if I were to do that, a mobs can just come in. They're going to be spawning on the mushroom and walking around at nighttime, and they could just fall into that and they come into the base and blow me up. So I'm not sure how much I want to do that. You want phantoms would go through it? I would imagine so. Have you politely asked them to stay out? I haven't tried that. No. Bee's nest for the paths. I think I'm liking the path blocks. I did bee's nests for the what was that? That was my villager trading hall last season. I like the way that looks. It's a nice soft color that matches with oak.
Let's play pinball.
Let's extend this out a little bit. Let's give us more of like something to see what we're doing here.
Pinball.
The thing is, I don't know how big I want these areas to be. I was kind of like expecting it. I guess we could do like half floor. Something like that, like a half moon, I guess, or whatever. And then from here, we'd kind of like go down somehow into like a lower floor. So would that still be one floor, or is this now two floors? So we have two floors, and then we have like another floor somewhere like up here. And then from here, I don't know if we'd have any other floors. We'd probably just have these different two, like these two main levels and like this other level over here. If we're going to do something like that. I think that's what we'd do. Hey, loved your mushroom build this week. Love how dynamic the shape is. Glad you like it, Lazy. CBWP coming in with a 36-month resub. That's almost 3 years. Welcome back, dude. 3 years, maybe. I've been watching your videos since season 2. Well, thanks, dude. Glad you're sticking around. Pine plays with 100 bits. Thank you for the bits, dude. How about a closed trap door inside to trick mobs, the opposite to what you use for mob farms? I don't understand. Are you gonna use the spruce stairs or slabs to go from one level to another? I think I would probably go with slabs. Stairs are just... I'd rather have a more gradual decline, I guess. Maybe we'll use both, depending. But I feel like slabs just are better. So, like, we're not really going to have much going on here anyway. So we'll have, like, a few blocks to, like, extend the, what do you call it? Transition from height... Is that what you call it? The grade? Stairs stress you out. They're zoomy. You only use them for mines because you're not digging out another block for slabs. Fair enough. So, like, if we get rid of this stuff... Let's get some moss in here. However we're going to do this, I don't know. Just place some blocks. So say we're going down. I feel like... Well, I placed too many of those other ones. I feel like we could do this kind of a thing. Something like that. I'm not sure if that's what we want to do or if we want to have like spruce every one. I kind of feel like swapping it out makes sense, but then that also feels very repetitive as well. Yeah, there's like so much stuff that goes into like planning, and I'm just not good at any of it. I'm trying to get better, but like right now I'm just not that good at it. The grade or incline are the words that you're looking for. Thank you. Put one snowy spot in the very top of the mushroom to fly in and out of. Any mobs that wander in can fall into the pit at the bottom. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if I have a spot that matches that criteria. But I guess I could make the very top ones like that. It really depends on where this floor is going in. I don't know, like, what the design's going to be up there. Like, maybe we'd be flying up into this guy, or maybe we fly up into this one, or maybe all of them? I'm not sure. Someone said a fence with moss carpet on top for a half slab effect. Yeah, that is a possibility. That would definitely work. Yep, that works just fine. Unless you're at the very edge. And then it doesn't work. But for the most part, yeah, that would be a thing that we could do. I think you need a solid block here for that to work, the whole block. Yeah, there's a lot of different possibilities here. These are things that I'm probably just gonna have to spend time, like hours, just kind of like placing different things and finding out what I like and what I don't like and what I want to do and all that kind of stuff. The build is so good though, you're on the right track. Well, thank you, His Greatness. Appreciate the kind words. So however we do this, we're gonna have like, I think this is too close. We're gonna have like this border going on. And this will like signify like the edge of the platform. I think is how we're gonna do that. Now the other thing is, this is what I don't know. How do we unfloaty this? Because right now it is very floaty, and I would like it to not be very floaty. Do I bring up these mushroom blocks? Just don't look at it! Yeah, we could have these suspended, but is it fine just leaving it open like that if we have it like suspended from the ceiling or whatever? I guess it's fine. I feel like it needs to be closed off and unseen, but maybe that's not what we want to do. Open space all the way. I mean, okay, so let's do this. Let's not worry about that. We're getting too far ahead. I think getting the platform done, getting the stairs down, and maybe a secondary platform down here makes sense. We'll get that sorted. Get chains or end rods or vines or whatever we're doing. Get those all sorted. So like the platform looks like it's suspended or at least attached to something. And then once we get all that inside, or once we get all that straightened out and figured out, then we can figure out if we want to have this open or not. Yeah, I really don't know what we're going to do with all this stuff. Why not use the space underneath as well? I mean, there's a lot of things that we could use here. Yeah. I don't know what I'd put down here though. That's the problem. It's very random. Like what else would I put here? I don't know. By the way, these floaty end rods, this is like where the mushroom ended previously. And then I was like, you know what? I want this to be lower. So that's why there's like these floaty end rods up here. This is where the floor was. Then I added this and then I hollowed it out. Water under there? That's a possibility. Like, how this whole thing flooded? Is that what we're saying? I guess we could do that. A hot tub. Dude. Dude. Am I in the right Twitch category? Do I have to switch categories? I'm not actually sure. All right, guys. If you subscribe with the tier 3, I'll write my name on like on my arm or something in game. No, not gonna work. All right, thought I'd give it a shot. ASMRing me now. Don't make me pull out the lint roller. I'll do it. Should this be like... I feel like there needs to be some height variation here too. I mean, I guess like I should just get the flooring in, kind of like figure out the design, and then I can like terraform it up a block or two in like some places, like maybe make a little hill or something. Yeah, I think I need to just get this like figured out first. That's the problem that I have when I do creative building, is like my mind goes in about 5 different places and I can't focus on one thing. Smiley Lich coming in with a 63-month resub, dropping a tier 3. Smiley Lich, just imagine my guy in game right now. Imagine him right now writing his name on his forehead for you. Thank you so much for the tier 3. Appreciate you. Think of going for the organic flow. The floor needs to be varied wide level. Yeah. You know, another thing that was pointed out to me about this build, and something that I didn't really consider when I was building it, mushrooms actually have like, I think they're called gills underneath it. I don't know like how to even put those in. We could just mess around with this for a minute. Maybe black is not, maybe we want like gray. Let's use some terracotta or concrete. So like mushrooms have like these little gill things, right? So like underneath them, it's not just a smooth surface. There's like these little things. Now, like if we were gonna, I feel like this is just gonna end up looking too weird. But like it's got like these little lines and stuff underneath it. I don't know if I would be able to like pull this off, to be honest, without just like ruining what we already have. Oops. Yeah, I don't know about that. It would be cool to have like an actual proper looking mushroom with the underside and all that stuff in there. I'm just not sure that's gonna work well though. Leave the gills to the fish. 49er says, I ate some mushrooms the other night with dinner and the gills were hidden under some caps, so gills don't have to be showing. Fair enough. This my way in? Brown glass panes? That's gonna be a lot of glass panes, so like completely cover underneath the mushroom with that. It's a lot of block placing. Not all mushrooms have gills, and they often have to do with the color of the mushroom. I feel like that's just, it's something that would be cool to have, but I feel like that's kind of outside the scope of what we're doing here. I'm gonna have to figure this out too. Maybe at this point we'd kind of like wrap it back around this way. Something like that maybe. Yeah, this path we're gonna have to figure out to like match up with the walkway. So path is probably the last thing I'm gonna add in here. Actually, I'll just leave one path block there to remind me that we're gonna do the path. So we have the path that we'll go in later. We'll like figure out how that's gonna actually go with the flow with this. We'll put in this lower floor. I think we got a whole bunch of ideas here that are gonna come together and make something pretty unique. I definitely like where it's going, that's for sure. Hello, Black Steel. Yeah, realism is subjective. I absolutely agree. You don't have to make things in Minecraft that look one-to-one with their real-life counterparts. And things like gills are so small. Like, you would have to have a mushroom like probably twice the size of this one in order to be able to get like proper detail on it. Underside of mushroom stem block is like sponge under the cap. I don't understand what you're talking about. No, I think I have decided that I'm not going to do the gills. Like, it's just not going to look right. How long has the stream been going? About 2 hours now. You can use exclamation mark uptime for that information. I think we've been going for about 2 hours now. Another thing that I'm just looking at right now. Over here is like part of the mushroom. We have a lot of space. But like we're doing like a thin walkway down to like a lower platform here that's going to be like kind of narrow. I might have to rework that as well. Yeah, there's definitely things I'm going to have to work out. Hypno, please make some portobellas so you can put them on the grill. That sounds pretty good. You know what? I think I got enough that I can like start working now and figuring out some things. But I think we're gonna call it a stream here. About 2 hour long stream. We got a lot of stuff going on. I got lots of stuff to take away and figure out. Appreciate your guys' feedback and your input on this kind of stuff. I think we're gonna wrap it up for today though. We got any other hermits streaming right now that I can send you guys over to? Let me see. Nope, I am literally the only person on Twitch right now streaming. There's nobody else, just me. I don't even got anybody on my friends list that's streaming right now. Definitely like the direction though. It ties back to your YouTube beginnings. Yeah, that wasn't really the intent, but yeah, like one of the first videos that I uploaded to YouTube was dealing with mushroom farms and stuff like that. So You guys are saying people are live that I'm not seeing are live. Somebody said Gemini's live. That's not true. Gemini is not live unless she's live on YouTube or something, but I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and end the stream. We'll be back probably tomorrow with another stream. I don't know if we're going to be playing Minecraft or not. I don't know. But if we do stream, it'll be tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern. Follow the channel if you haven't so you get notified when I do go live. But yeah, have a great rest of your day, guys. We'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.